Well, folks, here we are. I've been trying to get this thing started, and the fuel pump, I'm not sure what the problem is, but I think the fuel filter is clogged up or something because it wouldn't pull fuel through the filter to the carburetor. But without the filter in the fuel line, it pulls it okay. So I don't know if the fuel pump is weak or if the filter's clogged up or what the deal is. But anyway, so far, I've cleaned out the fuel tank. I blew out the fuel lines, and I've got everything disconnected right here. This is the fuel pump. I got that in some gas, and I've got a hand vacuum pump to pump the gas into the carburetor up here. Yesterday, I took it off, cleaned it up. I looked inside it, and I was kind of surprised because it was actually very clean inside. So I don't know if somebody had been in there before or not. And last night, the owner of the thing told me, originally he told me it had been sitting for about 2 years, and then last night he told me it was closer to 5, so 4 or 5 anyway. So he doesn't really remember, and that's okay. But man, you can tell this thing is pretty nasty all the way around. And the original complaint was not that it wouldn't run, but the battery would go dead, and it has a electric PTO for the drive belts on the mower deck. So what I'm going to do, or attempt to do, if I can get this thing running, is I want to check the power output at the alternator and see if that's the problem, or maybe it's the voltage regulator, not the alternator, or it could be some wiring. And this thing does have a multitude of wires going all over the place. I don't know if you can see those down there, but it goes all over the place up here. So anyway, I'm going to see what I can do with it. And I think I've got, see that? Well, if I can get it to focus. There we go, a little bit. The vacuum pump, the fuel pump is vacuum operated. And it has this hose right here, it goes down into the valve cover, and that has a little bit of vacuum in it. And I noticed yesterday this was cracked, so that might be what the problem is today, but I don't know, because even when I was using my hand pump, it wouldn't pull fuel through the fuel filter. So like I said, either the pump is weak or the filter is clogged. But when I had it here, I disconnected the fuel line from the carburetor, and it was pumping gas. So I hooked it back up, and I think I got the bowl full of gas. I don't know if anybody's worked on these things or not, but this is actually a 2-barrel carburetor. And I honestly think that's probably a pretty good system for this little engine. But anyway, I'm going to try to get back to testing whether or not the alternator is putting out power. So if I can keep it running long enough, here goes. We'll see what happens. Well, maybe I need to choke it some more. Shoot, I don't know. I had it running earlier, but it didn't run for very long. I would think there'd be enough fuel in the bowl for it to run for a little while, but I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. I did notice my hand pump was getting a little more difficult to operate, so maybe the fuel bowl is full of fuel now. Anyway, I'm going to try this again and see what happens. Oh, jeez. I don't know. Let's give it some carb cleaner and see if that'll help it fire off. Oh, gee. I don't know. It just acts like it's not getting any gas. Well, I'm going to work on it some more and try to figure out what the heck the problem is. I'm going to pause it now.